One thing that you got to ask yourself a lot of times is it worth it? Is the price of doing business when it comes to having a conversation with these women, is it worth it? What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I am flying on a scooter and I am right down here in downtown Detroit. Well, actually, I'm in Midtown. So excuse the wind, excuse the bumpiness and all of that, but I'll make it a little bit smoother. How about we do it like this? I'm gonna tell you guys why Tory Lanez really got 10 years, all right? It wasn't because he was actually guilty or he was found to be guilty or anything like that. It was 100% because it's an agenda that's being pushed. Honestly, it's an agenda that's being pushed. And this is the agenda. It's a war against men, honestly. And they wanted to make an example out of him. They wanted to make an example out of Tory Lanez. Let's really put it in perspective. 10 years. All right, number one, I've seen dudes do some crazy stuff. Get caught up, convicted, do some of the wildest things. I mean, practically take somebody's life. And they get out in less than 10 years. I mean, that's real. I'm sure all of us know somebody that didn't do a dime, even though they did some of the most crazy stuff in their life. Did not do a dime. And his defending attorney, his attorney said it. He literally said it. That's A. B, it's an agenda based off the idea that, well, let me rewind. Let me back up a little bit. Okay, so he was already convicted in the court of public opinion before he ever hit the courtroom. He was already convicted. Taking my stuff off the charger, see that? He was already convicted in the court of public opinion before he ever even hit the courtroom. So now, with the advent of social media and the protect all women narrative, you have to ask yourself, well, did he even get a fair trial? Third, clearly she was lying. And if you don't even have a credible witness in which nobody substantiated that he actually did anything, she went on a tour before she ever even hit the courtroom or before the case even ever started, in which she was lying about the fact that they never had any kind of sexual relationship whatsoever. But then her story changed when she jumped on the panel. And so, is it a believe all women, or is it a believe all women no matter what it is and they say that they do, even if the narrative is supposed to be, well, you're supposed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt with evidence and a jury amongst your peers that he is guilty, but all we need is for somebody to say something even though all of the evidence points to something differently, right? And so the question isn't even whether or not this is a guilt thing or anything like that, because we all know that that's utter bullshit. The question then becomes, what is the agenda? And this is just my personal opinion, right? I believe that the agenda is to weaken society and weaken men so much to where A, you're scared to even speak up for yourself, and then B, so that we can allow women to make the worst decisions for us so that they're easily manipulated into doing the things that's not in our best interest. This is my honest to God perspective of what I think. Think about what's happening, right? When we think about all of our elections, when we think about feminism, when we think about the rise of the alphabet community, it's easy to manipulate the women into doing whatever it is that you want to do, because all you got to do is incentivize them by telling them the thing that makes them feel good about themselves. Even if think about some of the content creators that cater to women specifically, and how they've been, regardless of what they do and how they do it, and you know what eventually comes out in a wash or whatever like that, they can throw men under the bus. They could tell you, yeah, they're gonna build a school. It's a lot of different people that's saying a lot of things, right? Now think about it. It doesn't matter what the results are. It doesn't matter if they actually build it. It doesn't matter if they actually deliver. It doesn't matter if you tell them the truth. A woman can know that you're telling her a lie, and she'll still roll with the lie, knowing that it's not in her best interest because it makes her feel good. All of the recent presidents that we've recently had, as far as Obama and his agenda, and we voted him in twice, right? We got Biden in there, who is largely a worse predecessor than Obama. And then they'll promise you anything in order to be able to get in office and then create an environment that's the worst for you. We got our cities running rampant. You can't find a woman that actually knows how to run a man, but they all single baby mamas, and they telling you what it is that we need to do in society. And when you take this Meg Thee Stallion case and you look at the culmination of what it is and how things are playing out, every single day we see men getting out of prison from being accused of stuff that they didn't do, and they've been convicted in the court of public opinion. We've just started to get some level of normalcy with the fact that Carly Russell's story was so egregious that we couldn't ignore the fact that, no, she didn't see a white baby walking on the side of the road with no other witnesses and all of that other type of stuff. And the fact that they decided that they wanted to hold her accountable, and then we started caping for them when guys started saying, well, what about the other people, and why she shouldn't be convicted, and why would... There are no real penalties for women doing whatever it is that they want to do, especially at the demise of the men that they are supposed to be serving, right? And so everything is completely out of whack. Now we're in a space to where nothing matters anymore. Believe all women, regardless of whatever it is that they believe. And here's the final nail in the coffin. Well, this ain't even the final nail. This is not even a final form. The alphabet community leveraged women in the feminism movement and aligning themselves with the civil rights movement in order to finesse their agenda, which is largely, in my opinion, a bigger play, and people don't even see the play that's coming. But I'm telling you, and you're going to see this, and I'm going to tell you that I'm right. Now, you got them using your bathrooms, and I'm going to cook tonight. Make sure y'all tap into the Anton Daniels channel. I am going to cook tonight. It's some stuff that's playing out, and women don't even realize, specifically black women, they don't even realize how bad it's going to get. They have no clue. They think that they standing up for themselves. They think that they're being awesome. It's something that I'm going to talk about tonight. Oh my God, it is crazy. It is absolutely insane. It is crazy. But keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on playing it out the way. This has all been already predicted. This has all already been predicted of what's going to happen. We just didn't know how it was going to happen. Now it's very, very clear to people like me and a lot of other people that's out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm advising for you to make sure that you tap into the live stream tonight, because it's going to be absolutely awesome. And it's going to be a great show. I promise you that. It's going to be an awesome show. Let me get in here. I got to go and get my stuff from my office, and then I'm going to tap in with y'all tonight. Make sure y'all tap into the Anton Daniels channel and then to the Millionaire Morning Show in the morning. It's going to be live.